I mean, I don't know what more I could want. You know, it's like I have this view and like there's a wave as a person who loves to surf. Like that's unheard of. Nothing else matters. I mean, I'll die here. 100%. This is like, you know, this is it for me. I'm Dean Petty, and this is Camp Bueno in Cal Bay, Nova Scotia, and I've been here 11 years. I remember walking just down the hill, there's the old barn there, and I just had endless purpose, endless sense of like place, and from that day on, it was like, go. When I bought the property, I was like so green. It was so cooked. It was so cooked. Just plywood floors, my little kitchen set up, and I lived in here for, you know, almost like a year maybe like that. The perfect time in my life, the perfect place in my life to just dive and give myself to like completely over to something. Yeah! Let's check it out. Kind of really simple, cheap, functional design stuff. That would be, I think, the core of how this place came together. There's a bit of a misconception that like the barn is where I live. And I think creating the spaces, like this is my home. This is where I started on this property. The ability to do kind of anything in here was possible. I've obviously just turned it into one giant kind of like museum display. My mom's like a huge influence on me. I'm just a huge fan. She was a dream psychologist. All the little weird trinkety animal action figures and things like that. She kind of has built these little worlds in her house as well, and I just want to be like her. I mean, it's really weird, but it's also just keeps it like every one of these little things definitely has some sort of a story. I mean, this was like actually the first vision of the barn. It was like printing this off to scale and then like, you know, kind of eyeballing it up like where I was gonna place it. And it's pretty powerful like how much you can understand with perspective. Jezebel, I don't even know really. That one's just, I guess it kind of works, but it is a weird piece to have in like the main zone. I think the entire house, the flooring was like $300. You know, it's used, but it's like engineered hardwood. It's great. It's held up 11 years. And the countertops, they're just these monster concrete countertops, which they're so cheap to do. It's just how much you're willing to break yourself off to do it. And so this is just like hours and hours and hours of just like, with the diamond wheels, you're going from like a grittier to a finer wheel to kind of polish it. You know, I'm always cooking and hanging out with friends here. So like having the kitchen flow with like the main space, you know, you just don't want to miss out because you're cooking. You know, it's like, I want people to be gathered here. The coffee seat in the morning is my absolute #1 opening move. It's like, get out of bed, click the kettle, go back to bed, kettle pops, grind some coffee. And then my brain's like, it gets, you know, I like fall asleep excited to make my little first cup of coffee. This is my roastery. I guess it's been 11 years. The coffee company started in the same year as I bought the property. So I call that kind of like my TSN turning point in life. We work really hard to buy and source really great coffee and then just have a product that's like accessible and delicious and easy, hopefully, for people to enjoy. I don't know, mugs are just a really fun little medium to plant things in or have around. There's just, you know, an endless amount of like hilarious mugs in the world. So yeah, I guess they do end up telling kind of like a bit of a story. I think a fridge is like an extension of like, if you grew up with a fridge that had stuff on it, you like are akin to like a fridge that has stuff on it. And it's mostly, you know, like friends, kids, like, you know, some old Valentines, these hilarious stickers from this ding repair guy on the West Coast. It's my guy Shockey, my best friend's son. And again, I think it goes back to the house I grew up in and how my mom and dad kind of, our house was the place that people just descended upon. It was like, there was always a drawer full of snacks. There was always food in the fridge. And there was just never this sense that like someone couldn't come and eat and enjoy and like be taken care of. Yeah, these guys this is the crew. Plants are my fam in a lot of ways. They listen to the same music I listen to. You know, it's like we're doing the same thing. We're all just here growing and trying to get water. My year with Rumi, my dailies, which, yeah, I read these every day, and they're another little ritual. Is like going out the door, you're like, do your Rumi, and phew, off you go. This kind of living room, you know, has evolved and grown, and it's gone through some like pretty awkward stages, I would say. It's also, again, like into the flow. It's like part of my bedroom also. Everything's kind of designed in these, and you know, in this rhythm. These like, it's got a rhythm to it. The windows have a rhythm. You know, the bed's lined up with the window. You can see the couch. It's like, this is where it's grooved. So it's like, I sit here because here I can see the wave. This is my favorite piece of art in the house, to be honest with you. And it's like a piece of a hull of a boat. It's got like, you know, it's laminated fiberglass and then paint that's like ripped off. But it's such a beautiful, amazing piece of art. And it's just made rolling around in the ocean. It's taken time. Like the walls were really blank in here for a really long time. I was just like, oh, you know, it feels like very sterile. It's like just the product of time and just finding the things and not rushing to put like a whatever piece of art up. It's like making sure the art is like, is you and is something that you love, and it can change everything. All the normal things, your socks, your undies, it's, you know, these are my clothes. I'm not trying to hide them. I wake up with the sun, and I pretty much don't quite go to bed with the sun, but close in the summer. I just never understood, like blinds, I'm missing the day. If I woke up at like 10 and it was beautiful outside, I would just been like, oh my God, where did those 4 hours go? You know, I want them back. I love hats. I mean, I love hats. Hats they tell such stories. Like, I mean, are you kidding me? The Armor All guy? Yeah, I think it's just another piece of like, if it's part of your life, the hat is like an extent, you know, it's like my daily thing. To kind of grow with this space over the 11 years has been, yeah, it's incredible. We've shaped each other in a lot of ways. This is my home, you know, like this is where like my heart like lives, is right here. And like my relationships with the other buildings that are newer will grow into like, you know, I'll have that same kind of depth. The tendency is to like finish. Like you want to be done. Like I want to, you know, you want to finish this or do that. And when you just move towards something being over, it's like you're rushing it. The deck, the rotting deck. This is probably the most lived in space on the property. Aren't just like, these are not stylistic pieces. These are covering holes. So it's on the, you know, it's on the radar. Let's go check out the barn. The trajectory of the build is that like, that was a structure like this. What was there was this like the most beautiful, decrepit structure. You know, it was the heartbeat of this whole property. Designing this barn, it had to hold up to that kind of like level, you know, and that old barn was just so epic. The barn, you know, cantilevering the deck took a lot to kind of wrap our heads around that and to pull it off, but there would be the feeling would be completely different if there were posts. People, you know, it's like, oh, there's no railing, like people are gonna die. And like, it doesn't need a railing because it's an agricultural, there's no plumbing in here. You know, it's just a different kind of barn. You know, I think everything revolves around keeping it, you know, things kind of lighthearted and functional, but yet, you know, really beautiful and clean and simple. I found an old Starbucks sign like on the side of the road and sticking out of a ditch, and it just said coffee, and I was like, brr, pulled the car over and took apart the sign. Camp Bueno, Cow Bay. This is the daily driver, and just beat the hell out of it. But this would be the all-dayer for me, all day, every day, kind of put it on and go to work kind of jacket. Well, I've always loved a Honda motorcycle. I don't know, it's something about it. It's just like, life is good. You know, these bikes, you can't. And I try to be this thing. Like it's absolutely, it's a cassette player in a motorcycle with like a wooden, like a box around it. So that was the game changer. I like old stuff that's like nice, but not perfect. Like mint is not my wheelhouse. I think all the like bikes, they're such an extension of your personality. Motorbikes, pedal bikes. I don't know, I've always just been really kind of the simplicity, simple ones really do it for me. Try not to fall. This, I guess, has probably been like, it became like a viral like meme. I posted a photo before the treads were on it. So it's just these like absolute cheese grater, you know, metal loops. And it, yeah, homeowner, I want to break both my legs or something, and like architect, no problem. It's, you could definitely, it's always like, well, you know, like wouldn't want to have 2 glasses of wine and walk out that thing. It's like, it's a great staircase. Ultimately, like this front space is just this, like this is it. It's just like a portal to chill. Think some of these cuts, like these cuts, you know, like this is one piece of wood, this thing that's notched out under there. So I'm on a ladder and you're marking this, you're holding this, you're marking this. And I think I probably cut that wood like 15 times. And I'm cutting it down the stairs. I'm just gonna keep cutting this piece of wood until like, it's perfect. You know, I think my biggest as like a hack builder, like, or the Rudy, you know, it's like, I'm not that good at it. It's just that like, you just have to buy more wood. You have to like, when you set off on something like this, it's just like, know that, build in your mistakes because they're gonna happen. For me, at least, I knew that. And I just had a shitload of extra wood. There's a huge part of that building that was like, you know, like as my dad was kind of getting sicker and dying, it was like, I could just like put myself into something and like connect with my dad kind of, and not knowing that probably wasn't ever gonna see it, but like all the things that he kind of taught me in life, and like, you know, not cutting corners and doing things like right once. That was my therapy, I think, in terms of how I could kind of deal with that. That building holds just a lot more than just, you know, a beautiful structure that I'm really proud of. It's like, yeah, I think a legacy piece of like how my dad kind of brought me up, and there's some sad moments alone in there, but those are like kind of what I needed. You know, it was just like poetic in a lot of ways to be kind of that deep into something that I was way over my head, but there was no going back. And I'm proud of it. It got done right. There it is. The surf is starting to happen. Oh my God. Yeah? Yeah, we're surfing. Like, this is it right here. It's a big part of this property, and like why I live here is like about the surf. And it's absolute blessing. Like I can't even quite, every day I'm like, yeah, I live on a surf break and I surf. Full universe, like, thank you moment, you know? I'm happiest, like absolutely happiest when I'm on the water. I knew that I was always gonna build a sauna at some point, and it was just, I'd never built a sauna before, so it was kind of just built the envelope and then figured out kind of what it was gonna look like in here. But simple, easy space, like crazy insulated, gets really hot. I'm not a spring pup. I don't feel old, but I do feel my body needing, you know, just a little give back. I don't want to be sore. I want to be able to kind of surf and do all the things I can do in life. And then for me, it's like sauna is just the ultimate cleanser. Yeah, I feel very fortunate to have like made this kind of vision happen, because I think it'll keep me going, keep me puttering longer is the goal. Okay, the barn stairs got ripped up as a meme. Like, these are actually dangerous. Yeah, it's kind of its own little secret level, I guess, to the property. This was just an old, I had my surfboards in this at one point up there next to the old barn. Like down here in the winter, like the fall I love it down here. I mean, I think the crab shacks like actually is where I got comfortable and like with building, with like doing things in a way, you know, like nothing really mattered because it was all free wood. So I think I was like, you know, you learn at a rate so much quicker when you're not afraid to like make a mistake. So much of this work is so like rugged and shoddy, but it's awesome in that sense that it like excelled my kind of confidence. I've had just the most incredible support from like friends, community, in like all the ways, like emotionally, like physically, design-wise. Those moments of when maybe I would get stuck, there was a person or a lifeline or phone a friend like pretty close by, which, you know, I can't thank everyone enough for that. Yeah, it's the never-ending project, owning a home. Those steps, you get those moments of just going like, holy shit, like it looks like what I would hope it was gonna turn out like. Yeah, those moments are the best. And I think it's like summer vacation. It's like when that thing happens, you're like, yes, this is the best time of my life. I think as much as I've shaped this property, it's like shaped me. It's a beautiful relationship that I'm like forever and will ever be thankful for, to have this place, because it is, I wake up every day and I'm just so thankful.